an orange Stratocaster inspired by TikTok, and a blue Telecaster inspired by the video game World of Warcraft. Those are my two Partscaster projects this winter/spring, and the topic of this week's video. Also coming up at the end, a special reveal about another project that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be making a whole series about both this and that other project, but you're going to have to wait till the end to see what that is. Anyway, now we're going to talk about this. Last year, I built two Partscaster guitars at the same time. I called it the Partscaster and the Frankenstrat, and you can view that series here on my channel. But this year, in 2020, I'm going to do these two guitars at the same time as a sort of sequel to that. Of course, this time it's different because it's not two Stratocasters. It's a Telecaster and a Strat, but they do share the same neck. And how does that work, you might wonder? Well, the story of this neck is I got the neck with the Telecaster first, thinking I was going to make a Tele with a Strat neck. But then I got the idea to turn this into the Wowcaster, inspired by World of Warcraft, hence the blue color. I'll talk more about that in a second. And I no longer wanted to use the neck with that guitar. That's where the orange guitar came in. Well, it wasn't orange back then. It was just wood colored. And we'll get back to that one as well. Quick reminder, if you want to follow this channel or this series, hit the subscribe button. And if you think this is fun, hit the like button. That encourages me to make more content like this. Let's start with this Wowcaster. So, if you're not familiar with World of Warcraft, in this game there are basically two forces, the Alliance and the Horde, fighting each other. And I've always been an Alliance player, and Alliance's color is blue, gold, and sort of ivory white. So of course, I got myself a blue color that matched. I got myself a decal that's going to go on the guitar, all gold hardware, and aged white pickguard to go on top here. The idea is that once this is put together, it'll look like an electric guitar that someone from the Alliance might play. And yes, I should probably do a Horde guitar as well, and maybe I will. I was thinking though that for a Horde, an SG would probably be better than a Telecaster because, you know, they're a little more rough, and to me an SG is a little more brutal, right? So that's the Wowcaster. This started with just having the neck, as I've explained, and also having a set of pickups that I had just laying around. It's a set of hot rails with two single coils, so there's going to be a hot rail in the bridge and two single coils. And I had a tortoiseshell pickguard, and I was like, what color goes with a tortoiseshell pickguard? And I wasn't really sure. I couldn't really decide. I had a few different colors that I was going back and forth between. So what I ended up doing was I took a picture of this with the pickguard, and I uploaded it to TikTok with a couple of different spray cans, and I said, which one of these colors should I pick for this guitar? And about 1,200 people or something like that saw that video, and a bunch of people chimed in. And orange was the winner. So I went with this safety orange color. This is like what you would see on a traffic cone or something like that. But it actually looks really cool with the tortoiseshell pickguard, and it's going to look even better with the neck on it. Let's hold this up together just so you can get an idea. Of course, now that I see it like this, I almost want to put a rosewood neck on this instead. But I mean, I already have this done, so I'm gonna stick with it this time. I keep changing my mind. That's how I end up with 1,000 projects. I'm going to talk a little bit about the similarities between these two. They're both basswood bodies. They're both cheap, around 30 bucks, and they're both soft. I wouldn't take them touring and, you know, kick them around stage and that kind of stuff too much. Unless you're into like dings and scratches, because soft wood, of course, will get dings and scratches, and These actually already have some, like this one has a little ding here right on the horn. Things like that. It's just part of the game when you're working with basswood bodies. But that said, basswood bodies are really great if you're just learning like I am, and because they're cheap and they're easy to work with because the wood is soft. So yeah, you give and you take. That's how it is. Which one do you like best? Orange or blue? Telecaster or Strat? Let me know. You'll be able to see what happens to these guitars in the rest of this series, but there's going to be a second series, and that is what I was going to mention earlier. I ran into, actually my wife found this guy on TikTok. His name is Tony Memel, and he is a guitar player and a teacher and an inspiration, and I'm going to make him a guitar. And what makes him so special, you might wonder? Well, check out his links in the description of this video. Here's what makes him special. He has one arm. So he's a one-arm guitar player who uses his disability to inspire others. And how can I not support that? As soon as I saw that, I was like, this is the guy, he's gonna get a guitar. So that's gonna be a new series and a first for me because it's gonna be a lefty. I've never done a left-handed guitar before, even though I am left-handed, but I play right-handed. So make sure you follow along with that. We're gonna start with the unboxing, and the kit that I'm gonna be using as a starting point is from the Fretwire, which I've used several times before. So make sure you tune in for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to all of these guitars. There's birds everywhere.